You see flashing lights in your rearview mirror. Your heart pounds against your ribs. The officer approaches, their shadow falling over your driver's side window. They lean in, look around, and then ask those 6 simple words. Mind if I take a quick look inside your car? What you say in this exact moment could be the difference between driving home and being arrested. It could be the very thing that saves your case, or destroys it completely. Most people panic. Some, wanting to seem cooperative, say, "Sure, officer, go ahead." Others might get defensive, refuse rudely, and only make the situation worse. But before you even think about opening your mouth, let's unwrap your real, concrete legal rights when the police want to search your car. Because here's the critical truth. Once you say yes, there's absolutely no turning back. Welcome to Law Unwrapped, where we protect your rights, one video at a time. First, let's get one crucial thing straight. A police search of your car isn't automatically legal just because they pulled you over. In fact, police don't have a default right to go through your property. For a search to be lawful, they generally need one of 3 things: your consent, probable cause, or a valid search warrant. If none of those 3 conditions are met, any search they conduct is considered illegal. And here's the powerful part. Anything they find during that illegal search can almost always be thrown out in court. It becomes inadmissible evidence. What this means for you, sitting there on the side of the road, is that you have far more power in that moment than you probably think. Now, let's talk about that tricky question. Mind if I take a quick look? It sounds so casual, so innocent, doesn't it? But make no mistake, that phrase is a carefully chosen legal tool. It's designed to get you to comply voluntarily, to give up your rights without a fight. The moment you say yes, you have just given them legal permission. Your consent bypasses the need for a warrant and the need for probable cause. You've handed them the keys, legally speaking. So, what should you say instead? It's simple, calm, and respectful. You say, "Officer, I don't consent to any searches." Let's repeat that. "Officer, I don't consent to any searches." You're not being difficult, you're not being rude, and you're not obstructing them. You are simply exercising a fundamental constitutional right. You're being smart. Of course, there are situations where police can legally search your car without your consent. It's vital to understand these exceptions. The most common one is the plain view or plain smell doctrine. If an officer sees or smells something illegal right from outside your car, like drugs on the passenger seat or the distinct odor of marijuana or alcohol, that gives them probable cause to search. Similarly, if they see evidence of a crime in plain view, like a weapon or an open container of alcohol, they can proceed with a search. Another instance is a search incident to arrest. If they are lawfully arresting you, they are permitted to search you in the area within your immediate control, which often includes your vehicle, for safety reasons or to preserve evidence related to the arrest. And finally, the most straightforward reason, they have a search warrant, signed by a judge, specifically authorizing them to search your car. Outside of these specific scenarios, they must have your permission. If they don't, they are potentially breaking the law. So, what do you do if an officer insists on searching even after you calmly stated that you do not consent? This is where your composure is your greatest asset. Do not physically resist. Don't argue, don't raise your voice, and definitely don't reach for anything, especially your phone, without announcing it. The key is to state your position clearly one more time. You can say something like, "Officer, I want to be clear that I do not consent to this search, but I will not physically resist you." Then, you step back, remain silent, and let your lawyer do the fighting later. You win this battle in a courtroom, not on the side of the road. Any resistance, even just verbal arguing, can escalate the situation and might even lead to additional charges like obstruction. Now, a question we get all the time: can you record the search? In most states, the answer is yes. You have a right to record police officers performing their duties in public, which includes a traffic stop. However, there's a right way to do it. First, announce what you're doing. A simple "Officer, for my own safety and records, I am now recording this interaction," is sufficient. Keep your phone visible and hold it steady. Do not use your phone in a way that blocks or interferes with their movements. Your goal is to document, not to obstruct. That recording could become the single most important piece of evidence if your rights are violated during the stop. Let's imagine the worst-case scenario. You've politely refused consent. You haven't resisted, but the police search your car anyway. What happens now? First, do not argue or interfere. Let them proceed. Your priority is to gather information for your defense. Try to memorize or write down the officers' names and badge numbers. Note the police car numbers. As soon as you can, write down every detail you can remember: the time, the location, exactly what was said by you and the officers, and what they did. If you have a dash cam, save that footage immediately. And your very next step, before you do anything else, is to contact a lawyer. If the search was indeed conducted illegally, a good lawyer can file a motion to suppress the evidence. If that motion is successful, whatever they found in your car cannot be used against you in court, which often leads to the entire case being dismissed. To help you remember, let's review some of the most common mistakes people make during a police search. A big one is saying, "I have nothing to hide. Go ahead." This statement doesn't make you look innocent, it just gives away your rights. Another mistake is giving permission out of fear or intimidation. Officers are trained to be assertive, but their authority doesn't override your constitutional protections. Don't try to explain or justify items in your car, and definitely don't get angry, sarcastic, or argumentative. Remember the goal. You are not trying to win a debate on the roadside. You are trying to protect your future and your legal record. In this situation, your silence is your strongest defense. I know we've covered a lot of ground, and it can be stressful to think about, so if you forget everything else from this video, just burn this one single script into your memory. When an officer asks to search your car, you say, "Officer, I don't consent to any searches. I'm happy to cooperate with your other instructions, but I am exercising my right to remain silent." That one sentence is calm, clear, and legally powerful. It can protect your case, save you thousands in legal fees, and safeguard your future. Let's wrap this up with the core message. Police power is a real and necessary part of our society. But your rights are stronger if you know what they are and how to use them. The next time you see those flashing lights, don't let panic take over. Don't argue, and please, don't say yes just to be agreeable. Stay calm, stay polite, and stay protected. This is Law Unwrapped, simplifying the law to protect your freedom. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more essential legal knowledge. Stay safe out there.